Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. So the energies have been a little weird, have they not? Yeah, they've been feeling a little bit of weird. What can I say? What does that mean, feeling weird? It feels exhausted. It feels like somebody is trying to make so many decisions that they fall asleep at night. Making decisions. Aries, I'm seeing somebody who's fell asleep with like a pad and paper, pen in hand, just sort of sitting up in their bed, just a little light on next to them. And I feel like you're working yourself to exhaustion. Like if you're not working yourself to exhaustion, I feel like you're staying up late at night because you can't sleep. And in that, I feel that you are making decisions, planning things about the future. That's what I think. I think that you're planning things, but I think you're doing it to the point of exhaustion. So I'd have to say that that sounds to me like, yeah, that's what I just saw, Eight of Swords. It sounds to me like someone's excessively kind of thinking over what is going to, you know, what they want to materialize, what they want to manifest. And if you are someone who is here and you aren't clearly manifesting, please, you know, just kind of go over the steps of manifestation in your head. Go back to the basics and get some help from, you know, there's so many great spiritual, amazing people teaching manifestation on the YouTube platform. I hope you will take your moment to go through them because, boy, some of them are amazing. So, got one card on the table here. So this, as I said, is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries, I don't know what's going on, but somebody is staying up late, not sleeping very well, making a lot of plans, writing a lot of things down. And it's about numbers. There's lots of numbers. Somebody's trying to go over the numbers. The numbers aren't matching. Why aren't the numbers matching up here? Yeah, somebody feels like there's a situation that happened and it had to do with money. And it was like, why wasn't it? Yeah, why don't the numbers match? That's what I just heard. Why don't the numbers match? Okay, let's find out what's going on here. So we're starting out with the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Wands in the upright. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. We've got the Ten of Cups in the upright. And we have the Empress. Okay. What's going on, Aries? Feel this energy. I think the thing that's on your mind the most, Aries, is this opportunity. Yeah. That sort of sticks out from the rest of the energy here for me as impatience. Someone has been going over the details for so long that it's taken years to find the happiness, to go towards the happiness. Yep. There is no more indecision here, you understand, right? Because the seven in the reverse, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, is someone who's made a choice. They are no longer confused. They're no longer feeling overwhelmed. They've actually made a choice and they've made decisions. And I feel like somebody's been going over those decisions financially and how they're going to work. And I feel like someone is no longer in indecision about taking in some sort of an opportunity that's been taking years. Yeah, years. Some of you have been waiting years. Yeah, some of you who are viewing this video, cross-watcher, you've been waiting for years. Yeah. And I'm not talking 1 or 2. I'm talking like 5, 6 years, maybe more. But I feel as though this opportunity is still coming. So that being said, I think, Aries, you still have decided that you're continuing on with your journey here. Because you now no longer have indecision about someone who may have water in their chart. They may have fire in their chart. This person could also qualify as an Empress. I feel like you are headed toward the Empress, honestly. The Empress, well, who's that? That is someone who's quite balanced in their energy when it comes up in the upright. That is the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Cups, Swords, Wands, Pentacles. Yeah, that's them. Yeah, she's all of those, right? She is the Queen of Wands. She is the Queen of Swords. She's quite balanced in her energy, and she might be in childbearing years, but doesn't have to be. The Empress is someone who is has been perfecting herself over time. She's been perfecting herself. And the way she's doing that is by loving on herself, because she realizes that she must have a depth of love like no other if she is going to be directly getting messages from the universe about those that she loves. And sometimes for those people she doesn't even know, right? She might just meet someone, have a chance meeting at a grocery place across the grapefruits, and give somebody some sort of a piece of advice or a smile or a gesture or something that would just bless somebody's life or bring them to a place in their life that they never forgot the kind thing that the Empress did. She's also someone who is loves to dote. Her happiness comes from other things around her growing. She is a person who is growing things. She might be pregnant, so she might be of childbearing years, but doesn't have to be. But whatever, if she's not growing children, she's growing families, she's growing plants, she's growing friendships. It seems that people that know her are quite blessed. So I see why you are going there, Aries. I get it. Yeah. But I feel like there was a point of indecision, and I think it took you years to come to this decision. It's taken you years to come to this decision that you want to move forward here. You feel like you've missed the opportunity already, though. You're super passionate about this opportunity to have your emotional happiness. You finally realize your emotional happiness and where it lies. And you've got the courage to go get it. I feel like after much deliberation and making a big emotional decision, you decide that you want to be single. You had indecision about this connection you were in for a while as to whether you would leave or whether you would stay, because you knew ultimately if you left that relationship, you were still going to be there paying the bills, right? So you were still going to be the one who is responsible for taking care of, say the ex-wife and the children, and, there would be custody and all those things. And I think that you wanted to avoid giving to too many people. Yeah. But, it is what it is, right? Is that the hill you want to die on? No, you move forward is what you do. And I think that eventually you make a decision that being single is the thing that makes you feel the most balanced. Although I feel like in the distance, though, Aries, I feel like in the distance, you are watching someone who possibly could be giving to someone else. Aries, I think you're a little bit jealous. I think there's a little bit of jealousy here, that maybe you're watching someone else live their life and maybe share what they have with someone else, and you don't like that feeling. You feel as though you've missed an opportunity with the Empress. I feel like you got off track. I feel like you got sidetracked. That's what it was. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, I love my guides. You got sidetracked. Yeah. And I feel the sidetrack was emotional. I feel like something came up that was emotional. You were struggling between emotion and passion. Do I just want to stay here and just, have a relationship that is just about getting the carnal needs met? Or do I actually want to have emotion? And I think that the king here has decided that he's going with emotion, because ultimately that's what he is, because passion is an emotion, right? Action. This is what this king is about. That's what you're about, Aries. You're about taking action. And if you want it, you can go get it. But you also know that you really have to want it, right? And I don't think that you really wanted it up till now. And it's okay to say that. It's fine to say that. I feel like you didn't see the Empress. I feel like you, well, I see, because I see, what I see here is that we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Empress, and in between there is some emotional happiness here, right? There is, like, in fact, a lot of emotional happiness. And I feel like for a while you couldn't see over that rainbow. Yeah, Aries, I feel for a while you couldn't see over the rainbow at the Empress. And so I think that maybe your life, you got caught up in life, you got caught up in money, maybe you were having financial impacts at the time, but I feel like you were going through a lot of stuff that was throwing you out of balance. One day you'd feel grounded, the next day you'd feel out of whack, because maybe emotionally you weren't quite feeling well. Yeah, I feel like you had a lot of indecision in the past, but since you've become single, I think you know what you want to do. I think you're right now sitting back and watching, Aries, to see what comes up, right? I think you want to know exactly what you're going to do. And I feel like you want to see what's going to transpire here, because I think you realize that maybe in the past you've made decisions in haste, or maybe from ego, right? And those, don't make no mistakes about it, those quick, fast decisions that maybe you regret for a while, those are ego. Yep, absolutely. And I feel like you had your back turned to the Empress for a while, and you may have not been able to see her because you had your back to her. You had your eyes on this, which I'm feeling as though, I look at this depiction here, I feel as though somebody was breadcrumbing you, or you were having financial issues. Somebody was not giving you your portion. There was always a lot of arguments about money in, money out, I feel. Yeah. And so I think what you do, is that you decide that you are going to go on your way. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. You no longer want to have this financial impact with the person that you're with. You're not interested in that anymore. And I feel like you begin to see over this rainbow. You see the happiness, and who's at the end of the rainbow, huh? Yeah, somebody is there. And in this Empress in the deck, the energy that is attached to her is Taurus and Libra, because she is creative and grounded. But understand that, the energy is what I'm reading. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. What matters is if you're mostly in your divine feminine energy, and you do identify as someone who's quite well balanced, connected to the universe, and loves to dote, loves to keep the home fires burning and watch everything around you flourish, then you identify as the Empress. And I feel it's the energy that the king is attracted to, because he is a passionate king, right, ultimately, and he will probably go in for the passion first. I feel like there is going to be a conversation here. Somebody's going to, I feel like, Aries, you're going to want to tell somebody that you've become single, and that there is no one else that you want to give your cup of love to. And I think you've searched far and wide, I'm just saying, because the King of Wands is here, and the King of Wands gets what he wants. He looks good, he smells good, and he's a manifester. He's a master manifester. That one wand that he carries there, that's the passionate wand. He gets what he wants, right? So yeah, there is going to be a conversation about, this king, I think, which is you, Aries. I think that you are not even dating. I feel like even after you left a situation that you weren't happy in, I feel like you're just in your own energy here, thinking about what to do next, feeling as though you missed an opportunity with the Empress here. And I feel like you need to apologize about that. And I think that you need to apologize because ultimately you've realized that this Empress here, I feel, is the only one you have eyes for. Yeah. I feel like you've tried and you just don't have eyes for anyone else. I feel like there's no love for anyone else. Yeah. There's no communication with the Taurus. So your person could be a Taurus. I mean, seems like the universe keeps this story going, this Aries Taurus thing. Could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be. You could be someone who is quite spiritual, though, someone who is very much about making decisions from the higher self. I feel as though you will accept that your person, Aries, will accept your apology. I also feel like this person has been disconnected from you because they don't want to put any more pressure on you and what's going on here, because I think your person feels this energy. So if your person is the Hierophant, you understand your person's highly spiritual and maybe even vibrational. This person is someone that you're probably connected to energetically. And it could be through some sort of water placement that you have here. I feel like with the Hierophant and the water placements, it's almost as if those messages and spiritual connections are coming through water. So when I say that, I mean it would be a moon sign. You might be dealing with someone who has water in their moon, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or you could have those in your moon sign. But I feel like your person feels this energy of you wanting to talk, and that I think your person has been feeling disconnected from you. If your person is a Taurus, I feel like if your person isn't a Taurus, that they could be a water sign, because we do have water, but we do have Virgo. I feel like we have Taurus, Libra. The only thing I really don't feel here very prominently, other than in the wands here, is I don't really feel any fire energy here. Well, except for the king, of course. Yes. So you could be disconnected from self. You could be disconnected from your higher self right now, Aries. That could be for some of you. Some of you are disconnected from a Taurus. I feel like that being disconnected from them has been, or from self, or from the Taurus, or from whoever this energy represents to you. I feel like being disconnected from that makes you feel like you're impoverished, like you're in poverty. I feel like you don't have any eyes for anyone else. Like, I feel like you've tried to date, or you've met other people, and they're just not your Empress. Huh? Uh-oh, Aries. Uh-oh. Well, it could have been someone from work, but doesn't have to be. It could be someone that you're willing to really work hard for, like to work on this connection. Let's clarify this tower here, because I never want to leave you guys hanging on a tower, ever. Wouldn't be very nice if I did. Okay. So I guess what this is that someone has had some sort of a deep revelation that they've been disconnected from themselves, or that they've been disconnected from someone who is possibly a Taurus or a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. Let's do this tower here. Let's clarify this tower, and then let's go into the extended, because gosh, we have so much to talk about. Like, who is this Empress, and why did the king turn his back on her? And why is he's sitting here with his back turned to her, even though he's thinking about, what's on the other end of the rainbow? He knows it's her. So I don't know. It's confusing energy. He's recently become single, and it doesn't have to be a he. That's the thing, right? I'm saying he because I'm seeing men and women here, you understand, right? But please be aware that I am talking about energies, right? Your feminine and masculine energies. All right. Let's talk about this tower. What's the deal? What's the dealio on the tower? Aries. Tell us about this tower energy. What is in that tower energy? Strength, courage. Somebody is mustering some courage. The universe is like, hey, remember me? Yeah, you got to get that courage, and you need to move. There's an upheaval. 3 of Pentacles. What else do we have? This is trying to, somebody has come to an upheaval, a thought, something they've realized. They've been hit by an inspired moment, and it's almost terrified them. They've realized that they have to have the courage to move forward to someone here who is the partner, right? There we go. So the tower is saying that the strength, I think, Aries, that you kind of have a come into Jesus moment, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like you have an enlightened moment, or you're going through an ascension of some sort, or you finally realize that you have to connect to yourself in order to get some strength, or that connecting to your higher source, connecting to your source more often is what you need to do. And you've realized, it's blown your mind, I think, that the disconnection you've been feeling with yourself really simply was that you needed to have the courage to do the things that you need to do for you. And I feel like you've been dealing with a lion, Aries. For some of you, I feel like you've been coming out of a situation on this Knight of Pentacles energy for a very long time. I feel like something in the past went emotionally topsy-turvy here. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the King of Wands. You know what I think, Aries? I think that you have had an aha moment, that you know that you've figured out a way now that you can make a connection with your Empress without looking too conspicuous, right? Don't look suspicious. Don't look suspicious. That's what I just got. Yeah, y'all, you know that I get lost in the TikTok world sometimes too. The Three of Pentacles, yeah, there is some sort of a partnership. I think you're going to go in under the guise of, with all of this courage, because business is what you know. And I feel like you, King of Wands, you're going to lead with the ego. Careful with that. You're going to lead with the ego, or maybe just be, happy and passionate. And maybe you are just looking forward to friendship, to someone who has your back. You're looking forward to someone who pays attention to you. You are looking forward to someone who is going to follow you into all of your adventures. Yeah. And I think that's what you're going to lead with. I think that's a great way to lead, by the way. Yeah, I think it is. That's really great. Okay, so I just wanted to see what was in the Tower energy. Just know that, once you do connect to yourself, once you have your enlightenment, your aha moment, whatever it is, Aries, if you're watching this, or cross watchers, if you're waiting on an Aries, just know that it is just about here. It is, if you're feeling weird, and that might be why I'm feeling a weird energy here, Aries, because I feel like the collective Aries energy, some of you, depending on your moon, your rising, and whatever else is in your chart, you are being selected for the Ascension. So I feel like if it's feeling like weird energy, it's because it is. Yeah, it's Ascension energy. It's weird freaking energy. Go Google it. Ascension symptoms. You will know. Okay, we're going to go into the extension here, Aries. I'm going to go next. There's a link down below. Go ahead, please click that link if you would like to come over to the extension. Thank you so much, Aries. Happy New Year. And I hope that this year is starting out good for you. We will go into the extension. Link is below. Anything else I need to tell you? Oh, readings. If you're outside of Canada and you'd like a reading, please go to WISIO. Look for Ten of Cups Tarot. And if you want a reading and you're in Canada, please just email me. Thank you so much. I'm going to go into the extension. So hope to see you there. Bye-bye.